Thank you.
We're joined now by Seton Hall. The players are Chris Shiradio, Alex Falcone, and Shane McCarthy. And Coach Shepard, if you'd begin with an opening statement.
You know, this time of year, every game, or I should say every game is really important. And, you know, my hat's off to Creighton. They battled through, and they ended up on top. Our guys played a tough game. It just wasn't in the cards for us tonight, and got to bounce back, be ready for tomorrow.
Open the floor for questions. Please direct them first to the student athletes. John?
Start with you, Shane. You know, this was really a good effort. You guys obviously couldn't come out on top tonight, but pitching on this stage, how'd you handle it mentally, and what was working for you then?
Always thinking pitch to pitch. Can't think too much ahead of myself, and I thought Al and I worked well together tonight, and that's pretty much it.
And now you look at this effort where you guys take that lead and can't hang on to it. What's going to come down to figuring out a way to get better results?
Just keep doing what we're doing, keep grinding, keep competing every inning, every pitch, just trying to win that moment. Just keep grinding.
Chris, is there something that you guys tell yourselves now? Obviously, you're frustrated, but you have to turn right back around.
Yeah, well, that's the good thing about this tournament. We play tomorrow, and we're playing Georgetown, a team that we just came off playing last weekend, so we know them pretty well, and just got to take it one pitch at a time.
Is there something that's working for you that's got you so hot right now because you're lighting it up at the plate?
I don't know. Knock on wood. I mean, I'm just trying to stay within myself, swing at good pitches. One at bat today, I kind of got outside myself, but for the most part, just trying to swing at good pitches and let the results happen.
Alex, while you've had some streaks, hot streaks and cold snaps, you've had some really great at bats throughout. And you saw that in the last two, where you had, I believe it was 10 and 9 pitches in each of those at bats. I mean, how much more of an advantage is it for you to really fight that off and be able to try to get that pitch that you want to hit? I mean, you saw it with the double in the 7th, I believe.
Well, seeing more pitches is always helpful. I mean, that was my third at bat. I believe my third at bat off Warren, and I was just trying to get the next guy up, get Miz up, because I know he could do a job, and that's all I was really working for.
Matt?
After they grabbed that 2-1 lead, play the play was really close. It seemed to kind of change the game a little bit. What was the mood in the dugout coming in from that? Obviously, you're a little frustrated at the play, but how did it kind of change the way you guys were approaching it there?
It really didn't change anything. I mean, we knew what we had to do, and we were just grinding throughout the entire game. We had to score one anyway, so just adding that extra one, it just keep trying to link up that lineup, get some runs for Shane on the board.
John?
What's it like to catch for the guy on the end there?
It's great, man. We have a great connection. He really carries himself like an upperclassman. I mean, he's one of the guys. All of our guys really compete in the zone, but especially Shane. He takes on a presence on the mound.
What makes you think that tomorrow you guys come right back and get right back in this thing?
I mean, we just have a really strong team, strong will. We know what we have to do, and even though it wasn't in our favor tonight, we're going to keep grinding and keep working because we know we can do it.
Take 2 more questions for the student athletes.
Shane, what was it like for you to be able to pitch on this stage?
Definitely the biggest stage I've ever thrown on before, so I tried not to let the moment get too big and just pretend like I was home at O&T Carroll Field.
One last question for student athletes.
I guess both you and Georgetown lost games in kind of tough ways today. I guess what kind of game are you expecting tomorrow and sort of a winner take all this day?
Just a battle. I mean, like we said last weekend, we wrapped up with Georgetown. We know they're a team who battles pitch to pitch. They grind out at bats, and we're just the same. We're just gonna go in, play our game, and let it take care of itself.
Chris or Shane, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, at the end of the day, all these games are going to be played tightly, so we just got to be ready to go tomorrow.
Shane?
We have Anthony going for us tomorrow, and he's been throwing great recently, so I'm sure he's going to tie together another great start for us.
I'd like to thank the student athletes for joining us. You guys can head back to your locker rooms. Coach, if you'd stay just a moment to answer a few more questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd now ask for a few questions directed at Coach Shepard. John.
Coach, break down situation where Shane comes on and gives up a couple base runners with the hit by pitch and then the walk. And did you ever have a thought of putting him back in the game?
At that point in time, guys were battling. We battled back. He went out there, he hit the first batter, and then it was a walk. And at that point, he was up in pitch count. He's up to about 90 pitches. I think he threw 89 tonight. And Joey DiBenedetto's been doing a nice job for us. They're at the point in the lineup where they had a bunch of left-handers coming up. And so we thought we'd match up with Joe, and unfortunately didn't work out for us.
Coach, you're used to typically having more options out in the pen. How tough has it been this year, really having go-to guys only being Joe and Sam, and kind of a follow-up also facing that Georgetown, having both of those guys pitch tonight?
Well, those two guys have been solid for us all year. They've been the most consistent, and our philosophy is if you're doing a job, you're going to get the ball. And that was the case tonight. They've been doing the job for us, and they got the ball. As far as tomorrow's concerned, it's all hands on deck. I guess you can say it's a staff day, so everybody's got to be ready. We'll see where Joe and Sam will bounce back. They both threw less than 20 pitches. They've done that before earlier this year where they bounced back from the previous day. So we'll see how the matchups go, and if the situation's right, they may be called upon.
We'll take two more questions. John.
Is there something that you think particularly went right against Georgetown? It took some magic, but you guys figured out a way to take 2 or 3 that you got to get back to here tomorrow against them?
I think Alex said it right. Our guys, it's been a tough year for us. It really has. And we've been in a situation where we've had a lot of adversity on and off the field, and these guys found a way. And any team that we've had in the recent past, honestly, I feel most confident with this group because they've dealt with adversity throughout the year, and we've had games where, like Al said, we had to grind out. Not to sound cliche, but this group is used to doing it, and wouldn't surprise me if we were able to do it tomorrow.
Let's take one final question.
Coach, you were able to get to Hollenbeck last time around. Any differences in the approach or going up against them?
No, Georgetown's a good team. They played really well this morning, or I should say this afternoon, they played very, very well against us, and obviously the 4 teams that are in the tournament have an opportunity to compete for a championship. So, we got to be better than we were tonight. I'm sure Georgetown's going to be better as well, and it's going to be a battle.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Seton Hall will play Georgetown. First pitch tomorrow at 3:30. Creighton will play St. John.